So you are going to Oman, or you are already living in Oman, and you need an Omani SIM card because you know that international roaming is criminally expensive. Well, in this video I will tell you everything you need to know about buying a SIM card in this country. So let's just get started, shall we? Hi! It's Ooredoo for Phone Travelers here, where we talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, such as buying a SIM card in Oman. And if videos like that sound interesting to you, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So let's just start with number one, the operators. In Oman, you actually have 5 operators, although 2 of them are the main operators and 3 of them are MVNOs, so mobile virtual network operators. The main operators are Omantel, also known as Oman Mobile, and Ooredoo Oman. Then you have the MVNOs, which are FRIENDi Mobile, Renna Mobile, and RedBull Mobile. So how much do you actually have to spend on the SIM card? Well, you can actually get a SIM card for free, which is just with one operator, but in most cases you will pay 2 or more for SIM cards. So let's just go into the individual operators to see how much SIM cards cost. If you go with Omantel, you can get the regular SIM card called Hayat for 2 Omar with 1.5 gigabytes of data for 15 days and 1 Omar in credit. If you go with the data only SIM card called Hayat Data, it costs 3 Omar and costs 2 gigabytes of data for 15 days. If you go with Ooredoo, you can get the new Shababia SIM card for 2 Omar coming with 1 gigabyte of data for 10 days or 2 Omar in credit. You can actually choose the benefit or the starter benefit you want. You can also go for the old SIM card, which is called Musbak for 2 Omar coming with 2 Omar in credit. I say old SIM card, but they don't have any plans on retiring this SIM card or these plans anytime soon. Alright, then you have FRIENDi Mobile, which is the one where they give SIM cards for free, with actually literally for free. So you don't have to get a minimum plan, you don't have to top up, you can just get the SIM card for free at select places. If you go with Renna Mobile by the Renna supermarket chain, you can get the Renna SIM for 2 Omar, which comes with 1 gigabyte of data for 30 days. And with RedBull or RedBull Mobile, you can get the SIM card for free, but in this case you do have to select a plan, and the cheapest plan is 2 OMR. So let's say you are a short-term visitor and you're interested in international calls or SMS, then you can get one of the two SIM cards sold by Omantel or Ooredoo. The Omantel SIM card is called the Oman Visitor Pack or Tourist Pack, which costs 5 OMR, which is more expensive than your regular SIM card, but you do get some perks such as 2 gigabytes of data, unlimited WhatsApp messaging, 50 local/international minutes, and 50 local/international SMS to 72 countries, all for 10 days. On the screen I will show you all the destinations or countries that you can call to. So yeah, quite a diverse list. And I will tell you a little bit later why this is quite interesting. Let's talk about the Ooredoo Tourist SIM card. The Ooredoo Visitor Pack, which comes in 2 variants, for 5 Omar or 10 Omar, coming with data, international minutes, which can also be used for local minutes, and local SMS, valid for 10 or 15 days. Alright, so where can you get yourself a SIM card in Oman? You can go to the official stores of these operators, so Omantel store or Ooredoo store. In the case of Renna Mobile, you can go to the supermarket chain, or well, the supermarkets, because it's a supermarket chain. With FRIENDi Mobile, select supermarkets or stores sell them, and RedBull Mobile has their own stores as well where you can get them. But certain retailers also sell SIM cards. So what about SIM card registration? Like most Middle Eastern countries, like all except one, and most countries around the world, you have to register your SIM card with your personal information, such as your passport information. If you're from another GCC country, so that would be Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, then you can use your national ID as well. But yeah, registration is mandatory, so don't go out and buy a SIM card from a random person on the street. Well, you can, but well, I wouldn't recommend that. Alright, so what is the best SIM card in Oman? Well, I actually have 2 options, or with 2 different reasonings. If you want to get the SIM card with the best coverage and the fastest speeds, then you want to go with Omantel, because they have, well, like I said, the best coverage and the fastest speeds. But if you want to save a little bit money, then you can consider going with Ooredoo, because they are slightly cheaper than Omantel, and the coverage is not, it's slightly worse, but it's not so bad that you'll be like, I wouldn't touch Ooredoo at all. But the speeds compared to Omantel is a bit slower. So if you want to get the best of the best, go with Omantel. If you want, save a little bit of money but still get some good quality of service, consider Ooredoo. Of course, you can also consider the MVNOs, but I usually focus on the main operators. Alright, so earlier I mentioned that VoIP services, so let's say a WhatsApp call or Snapchat call, Facebook Messenger call, it's impossible because it has been banned by the regulator. the national regulator. I think it's called TRA. Although some services are allowed, such as Google Talk, Fiber, and Yahoo Talk, I think. I'm not sure, I don't really use Yahoo because they have some sort of a licensing deal. And Ooredoo has its own VoIP app which you can use, which of course you have to pay for, but you don't expect to make WhatsApp calls. But during the pandemic, the thing that was going on around the world, which I can't say for maybe demonetization, the regulator decided to lift the ban on VoIP services since March 2020, and at the time of recording, which is October, the ban has still not been reinstated. The question is if they will reinstate the ban ever or when it will be, we don't know. But well, right now, if you're in Oman, then you can make WhatsApp calls, Snapchat calls, Facebook Messenger calls without needing to use a VPN. Before that, you had to use a VPN or not use it at all because it was banned. If you want to learn more about VPNs, make sure to go to ptw.link/VPNs, where I have my VPN recommendations which work well in Oman too. Alright, so coverage. I talked about that Omantel has the best coverage in the country. Well, I will show you some coverage maps on the screen from Omantel and the ones of Ooredoo, which you will see some difference, but it's quite small. And if you're staying in the populated areas where people live, like let's say Muscat in all of the big cities, you don't really have to worry about coverage. It's more for if you are outside of the populated areas where coverage might be an issue, or you may have to deal with 3G or 2G. Well, 3G is still good for internet browsing, 2G is way too slow, but you can still make calls and send SMS on 2G, so be aware of that. Alright, so what about speeds? Well, I already said that Omantel has the best speeds, but what about speeds in general in the country? Oman is in the top 50 countries with the fastest mobile download speeds in the world, at least at the time of recording in October 2020. Oman is on the 48th place according to the Speed Test Global Index. You can expect an average download speed of 39 megabits per second and an average upload speed of 15, and the world average is 36 and the upload speed is 11. And before I talk about the internet packages, I just want to give you an idea how much data or mobile data costs in Oman. Cable.co.uk found that the average cost of 1 gigabyte of data in Oman is 4.58 USD, whereas the Middle Eastern average is 4.46 USD, so it's slightly above the Middle Eastern average, but not that much. And the world average is 5.03 USD, so yeah, Oman is not that expensive, but they're not that cheap either. But it could be worse, much worse. Alright, so let's talk about packages, internet packages offered by these operators. What I will be doing is I will show you one package of each type of SIM card. So for the regular SIM card, I will show you one type of package. The same with the data only SIM card for each of the operators. If you want to learn more about the operator individually, I have a playlist where I go much more in depth about the Omani operators, such as Ooredoo, Omantel, where you can learn much more about that. But I just want to give you an idea of what you can expect to pay with the Omani operators. So let's start with Omantel. I selected the Hayak Your Way package because, well, I just did. So Hayak Your Way is a combo plan with data, social media data, minutes, and favorite numbers and SMS. Favorite numbers are numbers that you can make unlimited calls and SMS to if you want. For the data only SIM card, you can get the data only plans coming with just data. If you go with Ooredoo, you can get the Shababia plans coming with data and, well, unlimited social media, at least for one option. And with Shababia, you can also consider going with Shababia Mix, where you can actually set up your own plan, which is quite cool. I also have a dedicated video related to Ooredoo Shababia Mix, which is also on the screen up here. For the old SIM cards, so for the Muspak SIM cards, you have the Muspak plans coming with data. With FRIENDi Mobile, you have the Freedom data plans. And the cool thing with these plans is they have unlimited validity as long as your SIM card is still active. So let's say if you go for like the 3.5 gigabytes of data plan for 5 OMR, then you can use that 3.5 gigabytes of data for, well, eternity, 1 year, 2 years. If you don't really use that much data, I could use that within a day or two. With Renna Mobile, you have the data bundles with simply data, a lot of options, quite cool. With RedBull Mobile, you have the selector plan, the combo plans coming with data, unlimited WhatsApp text and some local minutes and unlimited on-net SMS. That's what you need to know about buying a SIM card in Oman. Like I said, if you want to learn more about these operators more individually, there's the playlist that I already showed on the eye up there. I cannot, well, show the eye there, but you can still click the eye. We can learn much more about these operators more specifically. The same can be done if you go to ptw.link/Oman-guide, where I have a written in-depth guide about buying a SIM card in Oman as well. So which operator are you gonna try when you're in Oman? Are you going with the main operators this, or are you gonna try an MVNO? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Odo from Phone to Risk, where I talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, such as buying local SIM cards, local SIM card reviews, international roaming, just everything related to traveling with your phone. I would also recommend you to sign up for my newsletter at ptw.link/newsletter, where I will send you an Excel sheet with the best local SIM cards in over 230 destinations, which gets updated once a month, all for free. So yeah, it's quite useful if you are a frequent traveler. So make sure to sign up for the newsletter. If you're visiting other Middle Eastern countries, then the card up here is for you. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.